Yesterday we talked about accurate perception, and there is actually much more to say, which came today. So, as we said, accurate perception is looking at the situation accurately from both sides, from different sides. And if we can't have accurate perception, there is often a judgment that prevents us from seeing any event, any situation clearly. So it feels like a cloudy filter in front of our eyes. And what judgment really does is like saying, this shouldn't be like that. The reality is wrong. It's like fighting with reality. And it often comes from you can call it ego, from your lower instinct of your sense of needing to know how things should be, and if they are not according your will, they can be judged as wrong, as bad. But your will can be the lower will, and there is also a higher will and a higher perspective on things. So to release a judgment and like a cloud of perception for any situation, you need to release the judgment, because only then you can allow acceptance and acceptance from any situation. And it can't be done with your lower self, with your lower aspect, because it still wants to fight a little that situation, and to change that view is much harder than. So what you can do instead is try to rise above a higher perspective, rise above the limited version, and ask deeper and higher question. What else could this situation mean if I regard it as neutral? It's just information. And how would the situation look like if I would observe it from a mountaintop view? I see different connection, different incidents, and I have a broader, more wider perspective. And from that viewpoint, the situation may look completely different, and it's actually just the best thing that is happening before the next step happens. So go deep with investigating where you still hold judgment, and it's all right, accept it, we are human. And then the next step is to rise above and to look with a different perspective, a higher perspective that allows you more clarity over a situation. And because events or experience, they are neutral in some way before we form an opinion, a belief how it should be. And then we create again our own suffering. But whenever it is fine if we have the lower aspect that wants to judge, but we must know we also have a higher aspect which sees a broader view. So with that, I wish you a lot of reflection and thinking for yourself. Where can you rise higher with your perspective, with your viewpoint, that your perception can become more accurate? And that's what I wish for you. Take care.